This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you are returning. Give me a second. We're still getting situated, okay? But we're gonna do your next 48-hour reading. I will timestamp everything, of course, afterward when I get the chance, okay? So if you want to watch while I'm live, or if you want to come back and watch your signs and stuff like that, you are more than welcome to do either one, either or, okay? Hope you guys are doing well, okay? Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, all right? I do have a few announcements or updates, okay? So, let's see. Oh yeah, I did write it down over here. Let me see. Let me check the sound real quick. And I'll timestamp the announcements as well. Okay. Okay, perfect. I like this angle. Okay. So, why do I feel like that looks weird? Okay. um, collective, viewers, subscribers, etc. Okay. And this is mainly for my regulars, okay, when it comes to personal readings, okay? As I get to know you guys on a little bit more regular basis, I would and am going to have a new moderator, okay? So obviously, if you just got here, if you just started commenting and stuff, you know, I'm probably not gonna choose you to be a moderator right now, but this is mainly for my regular viewers, okay? Especially those who get personal readings from me quite often, okay? If you would like to be a moderator, you can email me, or I might even email you, okay? Because if I feel like I can trust you with that type of thing while I'm live and stuff like that. All I really need a mod for is, you know, during the chats, the lives and stuff like that, when, you know, weirdos come in. And if I'm doing somebody's reading and I notice somebody say some dumb shit, you know, I just want to say, hey, blah, 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 can you get rid of that person, or, you know, remove their comment, or, you know, hide them from the channel, etc. Okay, so, and also, if I choose you to be a mod on my channel down the line, you can also post the timestamps, okay? I'm gonna need somebody to eventually help me out more with that as well, okay? So, there's a fucking school bus behind me. Anyways, but yeah, you know, just help out in those ways, okay? It's a little, just a little help, okay? I can usually do everything else on my own, but you know, just for those rare occasions where I might need some extra help, whether it's in the chat or with the timestamps and stuff like that. So if you know you've been with me for like 5 to 8 months, etc., okay, and you're one of my regulars, like I said, you can either email me if you really want to be a mod, if you're actually going to be here and, you know, to help out and stuff like that. Let me know, okay? Otherwise, I will be choosing somebody on my own. I do have a few of you in mind who I feel like can definitely be a moderator on my channel, okay? I don't want to have too many. I just want one or two, okay? All right, but that being said, um, we'll get into the reading in just a moment, okay? Also, the raffle, we're doing the announcements right now, but the raffle for October, it is going to be ending in, today is the 20th, yeah, so 9 days, actually 8 days technically, okay? So if you want any chances to get into the October raffle, all you have to do is email me after you get a personal reading during my lives, okay? Excuse me. And then you can only be entered if you email me, because I can't contact you guys if you don't email me, okay? And all you have to do other than that is get a personal reading, whether it's a mini reading, a full reading, the 3 for 25, whatever. As many questions as you get every time you come to me for a personal reading, you'll be entered into the live, okay? Or entered into the monthly raffle, okay? I do it every month. I've been doing this for about a year now, actually. Actually a little bit over a year. If you've been here since last year, August of 2024, then you know about the raffle, okay? So yeah, that's just something fun I like to do and my way of giving back every month, okay? So if you do win the raffle, the monthly raffle, you'll get 5 personal reading questions on me from the day I pull your name, the 7 days after that. That's all you have. You have 7 days to get in your 5 free questions, okay? You don't get forever to, you know, get in your free questions, but you have a whole week, so it is up to you. And if you do win the raffle, you are, yes, you can get a private reading, okay? Or you can join my live. So If you win and you join my lives when I'm doing other people's personals and stuff like that, all you got to say is, hey, can I get my free question or questions? You know, if you want to do them all at once, that's fine. If you want to do one on each day, you know what I'm saying, basically, then that's fine too. It is up to you. But you have 7 days if you do win the raffle. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Also keep in mind, you know, check the community tab for updates and stuff like that as well. All right. Ooh. Okay, we're getting started. Let's see. All right, anything else? Oh, also, no, I think I said everything. If you guys are interested in in glasses, this is from the company Firmu. Okay, if you guys need any type of reading glasses, they are a great company, especially if you have trouble with like light sensitivity and things like that. Okay, I will leave in the comments after this, I'll leave the link and a code that I have for you guys, okay, for 40% off, okay, of your purchase when you use Firmu. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the video. I know it's been a second, okay, but I needed to get all that out. Who just messaged me? Let's see. All right, so next 48 hours. All right, and like I said, I will timestamp everything, so don't worry. Hopefully I don't lose my voice. I feel like I talk so much already. Okay, let's see. Who's this? Why does it say I have a notification if I don't? That's weird. Oops, hold on. That's strange. Okay. Some of y'all, I don't know, there could be a channel message for some of y'all. If you get a notification, there may not actually be anything there, okay? Or you may have to look on another account. I don't know. Something's like hidden when it comes to some sort of message, okay? Let's see though. Let's see. Aries through Pisces. I've been super overstimulated today, so bear with me, okay? Like I said, the timestamps will be posted afterward, like I always do for you guys, so if you don't want to hear me chit chat or whatever, you can come back. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I had to pull this back up. Wait. Why is it? Do you guys hear that? Does it sound like there's a crinkling in the sound? What is that? Is that just me? Is that just me? What the fuck is that? Hold on. Because I don't like any extra bullshit during my lives. Yeah, what is that just me? Is that just my life? Hello? Okay, well, we're gonna continue because it's not that bad, it's not that loud, but I can hear it. I don't know if it's my headphones or not. Okay, I just want to make sure everything's all good before we start. Come on now. I think it's like Mercury retrograde or some shit, so yeah, I just uh, is it lagging? It better not be lagging. Okay, well, whatever. That's crazy. We're 10 minutes in. Okay. All right, let's start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, okay? Make sure to hit the like button. Should subscribe if you haven't already, okay? Let's see. It's way too loud. All right, Aries. Let's see. What's going on for you for the next 48 hours, okay? Keep in mind, let things play out, okay? Time is fluid when you watch tarot, so I don't care if you're watching me. I don't care if you're watching somebody else. Time is fluid, okay? So if something doesn't happen exactly within the 48 hours from when you see it, let things play out. You never know when things could happen, okay? And especially if you never leave the house, you know, your readings are probably not going to play out until you actually start interacting with people, okay? That's something that I feel like people forget too, is literally you have to interact with people, especially like I'm talking about like if you get a love reading, right? And you're like, oh, I haven't left the house in, 3 months. I haven't really seen anybody. And maybe you got a reading from somebody. You have to actually start getting out there. You'll start seeing readings play out when you actually get outside, okay? Or when you start, living life. Because if you stay inside and you're like, oh, nobody's appeared in my love life, the reading wasn't true. The reading will probably play out when you actually start dating, okay? I hope that makes sense. To me, that's common sense, but anyways, that might be a message for you guys, Aries. If you got a reading or something like that, you need to like interact. You don't have to do anything. But I'm saying like if you get readings from people and you're wondering why something hasn't necessarily played out yet or something like that, yeah, look, it's about love, okay? I feel like some of y'all got a love reading, okay? At some point, okay, from whoever. It'll play out, but you have to actually put yourself out there. Like if you stay in your house all day, like I said, you're not gonna, like, why would a love situation play out for you when nobody knows who you are? Nobody knows you're in the house, if you never leave, okay? So let's see. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, 7 of Swords, okay? What's that about? Next 48 hours. Yeah, you stay to yourself, Aries placements. You're like, I don't talk to people, or you prefer to do that, okay? You want love, but you expect people to just break down your door. Aries, open up. No, that's not how that works, okay? Some of y'all could be dealing with a Libra, or you might have Libra in your chart. This is, and Aries, I don't know. I feel like a lot of Aries that I know are, they be outside, but it's like not that often, That's what I've noticed. A lot of Aries that I've known have like Cancer in their chart or Pisces. So like they're always napping, That's just what I've noticed, okay? So I don't know. Aries, if you get a love reading from somebody, whether it's me or not, you do have to interact with people, okay? That's a big part of your reading so far. You may feel like, oh, I can't trust blah, 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 when it comes to readings. Or that could be, whoever. If you're a reader, Aries, somebody, you may be wondering, like, why hasn't this played out? It's because you haven't seen the person, you haven't interacted with somebody. How are things supposed to play out if you don't go out, if you don't interact? I hope that makes sense, okay? Let's see. Because I see you guys are like people who stay to yourself a lot, or you've just been to yourself a lot. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Anything else for Aries? What's going on for Aries next 48 hours? Yeah, look, you be in the house. I'm never just talking, okay? Y'all be in the house 24/7. It's like, for you guys, I feel like it's work and home, work and home, occasionally the store, and then work and home, okay? Even if you have a love interest, you know, if you're waiting on something to play out, who's a reader? Are you the reader, Aries? Or did you go to somebody for a reading and you're like, why isn't anything played out? Because you don't go out. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you stay to yourself, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being to yourself, Aries placements. But like I said, don't be blaming the reader or whatever because you don't interact with folks in real life. Your love story is probably waiting to play out, but you gotta get out there, okay? I don't know. Yeah, the lovers, I'm telling you. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Gemini, okay? Oh, you're looking for love. You're like, where's my lover? It'll happen when you get the fuck out of the house, Aries, okay? Anyways, let's see. I don't know. Some people, I feel like, just don't have full common sense. I don't know. Everybody's different, okay? Let's see. Do you know how many people there are out in the world, Aries? There's so many. Did you know that? There's so many people outside here that you could meet, but you're like, why not? Why hasn't this happened? Why hasn't that happened? You don't talk to people. I don't even need to pull more cards for you, Aries placements, because that's why. You're wondering where's your love life, but you don't put yourself out there. How does that make sense? Like I said, people, do you want people to just bust down your door, your front door at home and just, you know, I'm here to love the Aries. That's why you don't have love in your life, because you don't get out there. You're going to waste your whole life being delusional, thinking somebody's just supposed to run up to your door, or you're supposed to meet somebody in the McDonald's parking lot or drive-through. I don't know. Whatever the case is, you don't get out. That's why you don't have love, okay? And yeah, I guess you could meet people when you're just at home, okay? You could meet them online or something like that, but you still got to go meet them, okay? Watch for your placements. You still got to go meet the motherfucker, okay? So, up to you. It's your choice. I'm not saying you have to, I'm not saying you have to go out here and start dating people if you don't want to. But stop wondering, stop being delulu is what I'm saying. Okay, stop being delusional about why a love situation hasn't played out for you when you don't get out there, okay? So we're going to go to Taurus. Let's see. Aries, next 48. Oh, no, you want more of a reading, don't you? Okay, no. Taurus. Taurus, some of y'all could have Aries in your chart, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 48 hours? Some of y'all could be making travel plans, okay? So y'all are, okay, hold on. Taurus, let's see. Okay, some of y'all could be dealing with a Leo. Don't have to be. Some of y'all could be debating on going to see somebody who stresses you out. It could be a Leo, okay? All right. It may be, if you're going to see a Leo Taurus placements in the next 48, or somebody with Leo heavily in their chart, you may be, you may feel like it's more of a struggle to get to somebody. It's like, I see you trying to like, you're like, all right, if I do go see the Leo, or if I do go see this person, I'm going to have to, you know, get dressed. I'm going to have to get up. I'm going to have to, you know, do all this stuff. And then I got to do my dishes. And then I got to, you know, you're like, you have a lot to do, or in order to leave the house, you know how some people are like, they can't leave the house without doing regular chores, you know, because they don't want to come back home to a dirty house or something like that. I feel like that's the case for you guys in the next 48, okay? It's like you want, somebody wants you to come see them, or you might want to go see somebody, but in order to do that, you feel like you have to do a whole bunch of tasks, you know, before you actually go see that person, if that makes sense. Okay, so I see you kind of like reluctantly, you're like reluctantly like, ugh, okay. Yeah, I'll call you in a bit. I'll tell you when I'm heading out, and it's like 5 hours later. Okay, so you can be taking your sweet time, doing what you have to do, but it's like you're not rushing to go see this person. Okay, so let's see. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, doesn't have to be. Let's see. Yeah, it could be somebody love related. You may not be with this person, Taurus placements, okay? But this could be like an ex, to be honest, or somebody you used to deal with, okay? Let's see. Yeah, and then you're like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'll see you in a bit. Also, Taurus, if you tell somebody you're on your way and you're not, whoever you're dealing with, they know. Look, 8 and Wands reverse. They know you're not on your way, okay? I'm dead. This is like you're the friend who you know, people got to tell you 3 hours before the function. Taurus, it's at 4 o'clock and the event really is at 7. But because you're always late as fuck, Taurus, or you just take your sweet ass time, people got to tell you like whatever event you're planning to go to or whoever you're going to see, people got to tell you it's like hours before, okay? Oh my god, I had a Taurus rising friend like that years ago. Oh my god, that bitch. Eventually I actually started doing that with her cuz she would literally, and she was a Virgo sun, but she had a Taurus rising, and she would literally like I would go over to her house and then we would spend like 2 hours just waiting for her to get ready just to go out. And it would be like 1 a.m., you know? Like 1 a.m. It's like, bitch, the bar's about to close in 2 hours because you took 3 hours to get ready. And I've been sitting here waiting on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So y'all are that friend, Taurus. And I know something about Taurus. I know y'all don't like to be rushed, right? My mom's a Taurus. Like 4 or 5 of my exes have been Tauruses, okay? I got beef with y'all, but I like y'all for the most part as friends, okay? But as lovers, y'all got me fucked up, not gonna lie. Y'all are crazy as fuck, okay? Um but anyways, I see you trying to like go see somebody. You'll get there eventually. And if you're dealing with a Taurus placement, they'll get there eventually, okay? They're on their way. They miss you. Someone's name could be Joseph, okay? Someone's last name could be Black. Let's see. Let's see. I'm taking my sweet time with this reading. You see how I'm just like, yeah. But I'm still giving messages, okay? So Taurus, I don't know. You could be a reader. You could be someone who's trying to deliver some sort of information or have a conversation with somebody and it's just like going real slow. But the answers you need will be there, okay? Or the information that you need to relay is going to be said. It just may not be at the pace that somebody wants you to go, okay? To go at. I'm gonna check what sign the moon's in today because I think it's a new moon tomorrow, the 21st. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's see. What's this? What sign's the moon in right now? Because I feel like just very slow, you know. And keep in mind, just because I'm not flipping cards all the time does not mean that it's not a message. Okay. So relax. Let's see. Moon. Come on. There it is. Okay. Also, if you guys don't know your birth chart, go to astro-seek.com, okay? Where's the, wait. Why is it doing this? Why is my thing being slow? Okay, what sign? What's the moon sign today? Let's see. Libra? The moon sign's in Libra today, y'all. So it's a Libra sun today and a Libra moon. Okay. Some of y'all may be doing some sort of, you know, self-care stuff. Something along those lines. That could be why it's, you know, this reading has been real fucking slow so far. It's like la 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 la. Okay, and just so you know, you guys, if you are impatient, because I do this too with certain readers, I do this too. You can go to the little settings after the video is uploaded. You can go to the little settings thing, and it should be at the right corner of the screen, and click. You can change the speed of how fast the video goes. Okay, so if you're like, oh, I need it to hurry up, you can do that. I do it too. Okay, with some readers who talk slow, but I'm not gonna rush it. All right. Let's see. Someone's name could be TJ. Okay. I need to make sure this is all good. We'll get into it, y'all. I'm going to start pulling Oracle. Aries, Taurus. I don't know. Maybe you got a boring ass next 48 Aries and Taurus placements, because I'm like, I'd rather talk than do your reading. I'm not going to lie today. I'd rather talk and just, you know, la 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 la, than do your reading, Aries and Taurus. Boring. 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 Sorry. Boring. Somebody may feel like you're boring. I'm sorry, okay? But Taurus, some of y'all, and this is no, some of y'all, you know you're boring, okay? Some of y'all, you do know you're boring, and that's okay. But I was going to mention something like that before this reading started, because I was thinking about, I'm not going to say any names, obviously, but there's been somebody that I have dealt with, right? And great person, you know, checks all the boxes outside of the fun department. You know, and it's just like, I'm a Sagittarius sun, okay? I have an Aries moon and a Scorpio rising, okay? And I'm a Capricorn stellium. So I like stability mixed with fun. If I can't find that all together in somebody that I'm dealing with, I'm like, I struggle with that, because I'm like, okay, and this is a message for you, Taurus. Maybe you are looking for somebody who has a little bit of both, you know. The fun part, you know, they could be fun, and they also know how to take care of shit, you know. They're stable and stuff like that. So, but you may be dealing with somebody who you're like, ugh, they're just missing this. Like, there's something that somebody's missing when it comes to a connection that you might be dealing with, okay? Because I love somebody to death, right? But when it comes to the yay part, like, do you want to go do this? It's like they're boring, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, make sure you find a partner. It's a tough decision to walk away from, you know. I'm not saying you guys are going to be walking away from something like that necessarily in the next 48, but make sure that the person that you end up with for life, you know, if you get married or something like that down the line, make sure that there's somebody fun as well as stable, and, you know, checks all your boxes, okay? Because yes, like I say all the time for you guys, as much as I preach date somebody with stability, also date somebody who you have fun with, you know. Because, you know, you don't have to be rich or whatever, but make sure that you're actually happy in your situation, okay? Does that make sense? So like I said, I don't even want to say that, but I did. Because the person that I've dealt with for a while, it's just like, I don't like, do you have fun? You know what I'm saying? Do you have fun? And even the times that I've had quote unquote fun with that person, it's still not fun. I don't know, that sounds super bitchy, but that's how I feel, you know. So stability, Taurus, and love and fun, you might be looking for that all in one, which is completely okay. You don't have to settle for anything that's not up to your standards. If you want somebody who's fun, if you want somebody who's also stable, if you also want somebody who is, you know, a good time, that's your choice. That's what you want, okay? And you deserve that, you know, because it's out there. It's out there, Taurus placements, okay? Whatever you're looking for, especially if it's like a few basic things, like I just mentioned, fun, stability, and What else did I mention? A good time, okay? Same shit. You can find that, okay? You can find that. There's nothing wrong with you wanting what you want, okay? Don't settle just because of something that somebody has, like one thing that they have, you know? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, let's go to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This video is going to be long as fuck. Okay. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Next 48 hours, okay? I will timestamp everything afterward, of course. You guys know that, okay? Let's see. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. 1 second. Okay. Some of y'all need to check your credit, okay, Gemini placements. Or you might be trying to rebuild your credit or something like that, okay? I'm just trying to pull this shit back up. Finally. You could have a partner, okay, Gemini placements. You could have a partner. And I'm talking, no, I'm not talking about like a lesbian partner or a gay man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you could have a partner or somebody call your bro or your partner. Some of y'all could be cops, okay? You don't have to be. You could work in the legal system if you have a Gemini placement. But this, I'm talking about like somebody's like buddy, like your right hand man, okay? You could be hanging out with somebody like that in the next 48. I'm also hearing twin, okay? So that's my twin. You know how some people talk like that? So you could be, I don't know, you could be hanging out with your partner or your twin, okay? My mom's pulling up right now for some reason, so let's see. Anyways, some of y'all could be seeing your mother, okay? In the next 48. Let's see though. What's going on for my Geminis? Some of y'all could be getting a haircut, okay? You could be getting your hair done. Some of y'all also may be barbers or cosmetologists, okay? This is your energy, okay? We got the lovers. Some of y'all, you could be getting a haircut before you go see a lover, okay? Let's see. You be getting your hair done. Yeah, because it's fucked up. I'm sorry, Gemini. I feel like this is a man, though. Like, there's a man who needs a haircut, okay? Or the beard. Something around about the beard, okay? You might need to go get that trimmed or something like that, okay? Up to you. You don't have to listen to me, okay? Let's see. You know, men be loyal to their barbers once they find a good one. I'll be questioning some men with their favorite barber. I'd be like, do y'all want to kiss or what? Like, you know, it's it's Gemini, you may be like, damn, you did my hair so good I could kiss you. Okay, not on no real gay shit, but you may feel like, you know how they say like compliments to the chef, like kiss the chef. It's like somebody may give you such a good haircut or a hairdo, okay, that you feel like, damn, bitch, do you want to move in with me? Like, you could do my hair all the time, you know? But it's like on some funny shit. It's not, I don't see you guys being like for real about that, you know? Let's see. Some of y'all could be from California. Don't have to be, okay? Watch for your placements. Some of y'all could be from the west side of some area. We got, can people move? Can people fucking move? I told you guys I'm overstimulated today. I need people to get the fuck out of my face. Whew. We got jackpot. Okay, some of y'all could be playing scratchy lotteries, okay, in the next 48. Some of y'all may also have some sort of anxiety. What's that about? Why do you got anxiety, Gemini? You need help? You need help, Gemini? Okay. If you need help, Gemini, you could call somebody. Speak from the heart. Stop being a bitch, okay? I'm sorry. Anyways, but y'all need to, like, speak up if you feel like you need help with something. I don't know, man or woman. You're strong, Gemini, but you need to, like... Anyways. I'm trying to relax. I feel like this, like, there's so much bullshit. From the time I woke up, I can't do it. I can't deal with the extra shit. I'm very overstimulated today, so bear with me, y'all. Don't take it personal, okay? Anyways. If you need help, Gemini, if you have anxiety in the next 48, if you're overstimulated and you just need a fucking break, that's okay too, okay? Some of y'all could be, some of y'all could also be going to like a rage room or something like that. Also, if you're worried about somebody seeing you in like a quote unquote negative state, okay, or you know, like I just talked about, if you're in a mood, if you're having ups and downs when it comes to your emotions, Gemini placements, somebody still thinks you're that bitch, okay? Somebody feels like you're still that dude, that girl, okay? You're him, okay? I don't care if you, I'm not saying go and do this, just like, I'm not saying go and act a fool, okay? But somebody's like, yep, that's Gemini. Yep, that's my crazy da-da-da-da. That's my crazy homeboy. That's my crazy homegirl, okay? So even if you spaz out, Gemini, in the next 48, or if you get a little crazy, you know, somebody still sees you as like, you know, that's, I like the Gemini. The Gemini is mine. The Gemini is my friend, okay? So I don't know, this person may be a little crazy themselves, okay, Gemini placements, because for them to be like, or they just love you, okay? But I feel like they might be a little crazy themselves. You could have like a, like I said, your partner, your best friend, somebody you feel like is your twin. Yeah, y'all are one and the same. That's why you're like, go best friend, go best friend, go. Okay, so you could be hanging out with your best friend, Gemini, man or woman. And if you're having a bad day in the next couple days, your best friend's like, yep, I get it. Me too, bitch. Okay, some of y'all may be drinking or smoking in the next 48 hours, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could have addictive tendencies. Not all of you, but some of y'all may have a habit of doing some type of drugs, okay? Or you have a toxic attachment to something like that, okay? Let's see. Somebody might, that's okay. You know what? It's not that uncommon, actually. Especially if you're a Gemini placement. You'll know somebody really fucks with you when you act a fool. Like I said, don't go around doing this 24/7, okay? But when they still look at you like you're the best thing on earth after you just spaz the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? We have eye candy. So even if things get quote unquote ugly, okay? Or if your attitude gets ugly, Gemini, somebody's like, yep, I still fuck with you, okay? Somebody likes you a lot, Gemini. Let's see. Could be a sneaky link, okay? This just flew out. We have sneaky link, hidden lover, low-key situationship, okay? Let's see. Or you could be feeling that way about somebody. Like, yep, they're crazy, but it's okay. Okay? I've had a couple, you know, men say that to me. When I was younger, especially when I used to be a lot more crazy. I've had men say like, you seem kind of crazy, but I fuck with it. You know, like some men are like that. Some women are like that. Some people like a little bit of, you know what though? We talked about that in the Aries and Taurus reading, I think, before you guys. So you might, because I think it was Taurus. I think it was Taurus that I mentioned, like, yeah, somebody who wants a exciting lover or a lover that's more exciting. So maybe if you're a Aries or Taurus placement, you might want to date a Gemini placement, okay? For some excitement, okay? Because we were talking about that. Anyways, let's see. What else is going on for Geminis? Next 48. Yeah, you could be like ready to blow the place down, okay, Gemini? Like your temper is hot, okay? And I mean like heated, like you're getting heated or something in the next 48. And somebody's like very disciplined. Somebody could be older than you. They don't have to be, okay? No matter what your age is, this person's very disciplined. Or they know how to, you know, handle craziness, okay? They're good with chaos. You know how some of y'all could be applying for jobs too, okay? You don't have to be, but you know how in interviews they're like, how do you handle stress? I'm good at handling stress because I think I'm so desensitized to certain chaos since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like crazy stuff happening, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, ah! You know, I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy, dude. What? You know, that's how I react these days. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some people don't react that way. So somebody may be the type of person who's used to chaos, and if you act crazy, you're like, oh my god, you know. I feel like you're witnessing somebody like this, or this is you. Take it out, resonates. Whoever's getting crazy or does something kind of crazy, the other person's like, yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I still like you, okay? That was a little crazy, but it wasn't that crazy. Okay, so what you may feel like is, oh my god, they're never gonna like me again. This person's like, okay, I've seen worse. I've literally seen worse, okay? So something like that could be going on, okay? Let's see, anything else for Gemini? Oh, that reminds me, I had that, I'm a Sagittarius, like you guys usually know, but this was in like 2021. Second night actually, that I met this guy. He was a Sagittarius too, but we spent the night together, you know, da 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 da. But he in the morning he went out to his mailbox and he found out that he got, you know, child support papers from his baby mama. And when I tell you, that man like was raging through his house, and I just stood there like, yep. And then he came over and gave me a hug. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. But I don't know, it's something like that. If you spaz or if someone spazzes on you, either you're not gonna feel like it's that big of a deal, or they're not gonna think your spazzing out is a big of a deal. Okay, until you start hitting me and trying to hit me and shit, that's where we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So don't put your hands on nobody, Gemini, okay? And if somebody tries to come at you, I don't think this person's coming at you though. I think something else that they're going through, or something that you're going through, is like somebody that you love or like is going to be around you. They're not going to care that much, okay? I hope that makes sense. But the problem starts when you try to come at me, you know. Don't come at me crazy. You can act crazy, but you don't come at me crazy, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, I'm taking my time with this reading. I'm not rushing through it today, okay? So timestamps will be posted afterward. Let's go to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. All right, let's see. I don't know where to put these. I don't want to. I guess I could put it out here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see. Cancer. Some of y'all could be wearing a suit, okay? Some of y'all may be researching outer space or something like that in the next 48. Let's see. You could be painting pumpkins too. If you have, you don't have to have kids for that, obviously, but you may be, you know, painting pumpkins, okay? With somebody or by yourself, you know, putting them on your porch or something like that. Taking pictures, I don't know, something about Halloween and painting pumpkins, whether they're big or small. Some of you guys could be going to like the pumpkin patch, okay? I say I'm gonna go to the pumpkin patch every fucking year, and I never do. The last time I went, I think I was in like middle school. I'm not gonna lie, because I remember the song Big Girls Don't Cry came out at that time, and it was like always on the radio by Fergie. Okay, so some of y'all could be listening to that song, Cancer placements. You don't have to be, but maybe something that you haven't done since childhood, you could be thinking about doing, okay? But you may not actually go and actually, you know, do it again. Actually, I lied. I haven't been to that country orchard or county orchard since I was in middle school. I've been to one out in, I think it's Lake Village, yeah. Or close to that. I went with my ex that was years ago still. That was like 6 years ago. So still a long time, okay? Some of y'all could be, you know, if you know me, you could be going to something like that. Or you might want to go to a, I don't want to say off-brand version of the regular pumpkin patch stuff, but the one I went to was pretty damn fun, okay? It wasn't, especially if you got kids, you know, there was, oh yeah, oh, I'm remembering now, because I went a couple years ago with, you can tell I haven't been outside in a minute, but I went a couple years ago with my old friend, and there was like farm animals and stuff at the pumpkin patch, and you got to, you know, feed the animals and stuff. So it was like a quote unquote petting zoo, pumpkin patch, hayride type thing, you know what I'm saying? I live in Indiana, so that's, yeah. So anyways, some of y'all could be going to something like that, okay? Let's see. Or if you have kids, you might want to, you don't have to go to the main attraction, okay? You can probably find something a little bit cheaper and honestly more fun, okay? Even if it's not pumpkin patch stuff, you could find something that's more interactive, cheaper, and there's more activities. You gotta look though, okay? Let's see what's going on for Cancer. Some of y'all could be pregnant, okay? You might be wondering if you're pregnant, Cancer placements, okay? Go take a test if you want that manifestation. If you want pregnancy, you might be pregnant, okay? Let's see. Look, oh, 2 manifestation cards came out, okay? You manifesting pregnancy, Cancer? That would make sense, if because Cancer's, you know, y'all are the mother, okay? I'm not saying all y'all want pregnancy, but if you want babies, you might be able to make one, okay? Ooh, new love. Even if you are pregnant, or if you find out that you're pregnant, Cancer, you can still find new love, okay? There's men who have fetishes for pregnant women, okay? Some men like to constantly get their woman pregnant for her whole 20s, you know, because they like the way she is when she's pregnant, okay? Not every man, okay? You got to find a man who's, like, into that. Don't get pregnant by a man who wants to keep you trapped and stuck and in the house and not be able to do much, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference, okay? So find a man who actually is like willing to take care of you while you're pregnant, be there, go to the doctor's appointments and stuff like that, okay? If he's not, get an abortion, okay? Anyways, let's see. Because why would you keep a baby if you can't afford it, if you can't take care of it? That's selfish. It's worse, okay? If you don't believe that, then get the fuck off my channel, okay? You would rather have kids in foster homes and stuff like that because you didn't want to prevent a pregnancy or a baby being born into some bullshit, okay? Anyways, and I say that as a person who has been adopted, okay? And I've been in foster care when I was little. Stop having babies if you know you can't actually take care of it, okay? Check yourself. Some of y'all need to make sure. Okay, I'm never just talking, okay? Some of y'all need to, if you are pregnant or you know, you might really want a baby, but maybe now's not the right time. And that's okay, okay? Do what you got to do, but don't bring a baby into some bullshit and then get mad. Hey, girl, you know, don't bring a baby into some bullshit and then get mad when you can't provide, let alone for yourself and a child, okay? To me, that's common sense. And the rules are getting stricter, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to abortions and stuff like that. So if you are a woman, you know, everything is situational, but I feel like you guys are, this is something that you would still have time to take care of, if you know what I mean, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care what religion you are or whatever. Stay away from crazy people is what I'm saying. Stay away from crazy people who feel like they have control over what you do and, you know, who you birth and when you birth a baby, okay? I feel like some of y'all may not be ready for that. It's something you want. I'm not saying you don't want a child ever, because I feel like some of y'all do, Cancer placements. But right now, something's not able to be, you know, accomplished. Or it would be, it's like a bad time, okay? Yeah, body shame. And stay away from, somebody's name could be Felicia. Stay away from people, especially if you're a woman. Stay away from men who make you feel like you're ugly when you're pregnant. That's what they did to you. I hate men like that. Or even if you're not pregnant. If you got a belly or something like that, okay, who gives a fuck? Find somebody who, you know, will love you the way you look right now, okay? Because somebody could be trying to make you feel like, oh my God, you got fat. Oh my God, you know, you're pregnant. Oh my God, you gained weight while you're pregnant. If you're a man, you're an asshole. I don't know who that's for, but if you're a man, you're an asshole. Okay? If you impregnate a woman, expect her to gain some fucking weight. Dumbass bitch. Okay? Let's see. We got musicians. Some of y'all could be, if you're pregnant, why am I getting so many pregnancy messages? Okay? If you're pregnant, you could be like, you know how they put the sound or whatever to the baby's belly, or the belly with the baby. Okay? Some of y'all could be doing something like that. Like, oh, he's listening to Mozart, okay? Or Beethoven, you know, our baby's going to be so smart, okay? Hey, maybe your baby's going to be smart. I don't know, Cancer. So let's see. I do believe that everything you do, even while you're pregnant and when you have a baby, from the time that they're actually born, everything matters, you know? Whether the baby remembers it or not, they remember subconsciously. Okay, so you got to be very careful when it comes to children, which is why you should make sure that you're able to have it, you know, when it's the right time, or when it's a better time. Okay, so, you know, some people have abortions and then they have a baby down the line. That's okay too. Sometimes it's just not the right time. Okay, and don't let anybody make you feel bad for making a certain choice that you're not ready for or prepared for, you know, whether it's finances or emotionally. Okay. But yeah, okay. So anything else for Cancer? Let's see. Yeah, some of y'all, we have financial freedom, okay? Some of you guys want to make sure that you're more financially stable before you actually go through with something like that. Even if just because it happens now doesn't mean that it's supposed to be fulfilled right now. I hope that makes sense, okay? Especially if you guys are worried about pregnancy, okay? And especially if you guys don't have the community, okay? We have community reversed. So if you don't have the community that you would want right now, think about that, okay? It takes, you know how they say it takes a village, okay? And you see people all the time. Just go on TikTok. Go on TikTok all the time. And I hear people all the time say like, you know, I wish I never had kids. I hate these fucking kids. And it's like, bitch, you're so open about it. Like, it's good to be honest, but think about it. If you have time, if you have time to figure stuff out, is basically what I'm saying. Consider it before you go through with something like that, okay? You can save yourself a lot of trouble. Or just like I said, go on TikTok and look at mothers who don't like being moms. You'll see, okay? You'll see, okay? But congratulations if you guys are pregnant, okay? Because I did get 2 manifestation cards. I feel like you guys do want that, okay? But like I said, for those of you who are not sure, if you feel like you're not ready, consider that. And if you still have time, do what you got to do. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for, you know, taking care of something for you. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Leo. Okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome in. Make sure to like the video. All right. Some of y'all could be listening to Juice WRLD. Okay. Let's see. What's going on for my Leo placements? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Leo, Leo, Leo. Whoa. Are y'all watching You? You from, not You from, yeah, Netflix, I think. Okay. I only had Netflix for like a month, but I've watched the show You, okay, at other people's houses, right? So some of y'all could be watching that show, You. You might act like Joe from You, okay? Let's see. Carlos. Oh. Oh, that dog is so cute. It's a little Yorkie. She probably can hear me. He's like, da, 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 da. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, TT. Some of y'all could be walking your dog, okay? Or you could be walking somebody like a dog. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, yeah, you could be setting the record straight with somebody, Leo. Okay. Oh, third party affairs. What's that about? Caught up. You could be catching somebody doing something they're not supposed to do. Okay. Uh-oh. Also, make sure you have your car keys, okay? You can't drive without your car keys, I guess, unless... No, you can't, right? Because even if you have, like, push to start, you gotta have your keys around you, right? I don't know. You can tell I don't have a push to start. I got a regular ass car. It's a 2001. Okay, so I feel like some of y'all could drive an older car. Okay, make sure that you have your keys with you. Okay, but what's this? What's affairs here? Next 48. Oh, pregnancy test. I don't like that. If you find out that somebody's dealing with somebody else, Leo, you may act like you're not caring. You might get out of Dodge, honestly. Maybe you don't really care. This could be somebody spiritual. Whoa. Somebody could work in a factory. Okay, why are you, do you care or not? Let me see. Like, if some of y'all find out that somebody's dealing with somebody else, I feel like half of y'all may not care, and some of y'all are like, okay, let me get out of Dodge, bye. Okay. It's just like a cheating situation. Unworthy. Uh-oh. It's time to take action. I feel like some of y'all are like, this is my ticket out of this shit. Okay, yeah, hidden truths. There's some secret being revealed, Leo placements, okay, in the next 48. So take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But this may be somebody who's trying to cheat on you without a car, or they don't even have like a real form of transportation and they're trying to step out on you, okay? And maybe they might live with you, okay? We have living room. Why is it that people with no real stability love to cheat the most? That's what I've noticed. You're like, how'd you even get over there? You don't have a car. What are you doing? You know, you just walked? You know, there was a post on Facebook I saw like a couple years ago. They said like, if your man's cheating on you in this weather, he really hates you because it's like a blizzard out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Hopefully y'all aren't doing that. Okay. But I feel like somebody's getting caught up cheating. Okay. Or stepping out. You may find out about like a third party. Okay. Yeah. Mystery. Somebody was trying to keep this hidden. I feel like you're angry, but some of y'all are going to be angry as fuck, but you're not going to show it. I see you guys being like, oh, okay. No, it's fine. No, it's cool. Like, yeah, no problem. Oh, you're about to explode. I feel like somebody's angry, okay? As you should be, okay? You could have a family with this person. They are going to get bad karma for if you find out that somebody's stepping out on you, Leo, okay? You may find this out by the end of the week. Yeah, playa, apology, reverse. I feel like somebody's apology is not, it's not going to work. Okay. Somebody's apology. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Da, 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 da. It's not going to work. Are you planning revenge or something, Leo? Because I feel like I don't know if you've seen that clip. I don't know what it's from. She's like saying like, I think we need to break up. Or no, he says something like, I think we need to break up. And she's like, okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's how y'all are reacting. You're acting like, yeah, this is over, but then you're about to like expose something, or you're about to plan something, okay? Like you have a deeper plan, if you will, okay? You're like, yeah, no, it's okay, it's over. We have the coffin card and inside scoop. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna investigate the fuck out of this. Why do you want to end it? Okay, so somebody could be trying to end something with you. Or if you find out that somebody's cheating, because I'm getting a couple different scenarios. Let's see. Karma. 2 karma cards came out. Okay. Uh-oh. If you go kind of silent, Leo, after finding out like about a third party, yeah, this person's going to be suspicious about it. Why isn't the Leo reacting? You could have an age gap with this person. You don't have to. You have forgotten person. What's going on for Leo for the next 48? Let's see. Yeah, opinion, argument. I feel like you're not going to be reacting the way you usually might react, Leo. Okay, and that's going to cause suspicion within whoever's trying to, you know. Some of y'all could be high. That's why you're not reacting the way you normally would. We have doing drugs. Okay, so some of y'all could be high when you find something like this out. You're like, oh, okay, I'll handle that later. Yeah, lust, not love. And, you know, I tell you guys all the time, just because you have good sex with somebody doesn't mean that it's supposed to, you're supposed to marry them, you know. You may feel like that in the moment, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to actually be with them, okay? This is somebody you live with, okay? Or someone close to you. Somebody could have been cheating with a coworker. We have boss here. Volunteer. Somebody could have a rabbit. Yeah, it's like somebody, you have a family with this person, Leo. I hope this isn't you. Somebody's baby daddy's cheating. Or if you're the man, you know, it could be vice versa. Some of y'all could be dealing with another Leo, okay? Because whenever the energy flips like this, I feel like it's two people with the same placements, okay? Yeah, repo. I told you, somebody can't even pay their car bill, but they're out here cheating. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, let's go to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I swear, every time I get to the Leo reading, it's always some messy stuff. Leo's always got some, you know, crazy stuff going on. All right, and the Geminis. Oh my God. The player card just fell in between the seat. What song is this? Millie by DaBaby. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Virgo. I don't know what you got going on, Leo. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, Virgo. Some of y'all could be doing something nasty, okay? Y'all could be doing something nasty, Virgo placements. Be careful. Yeah, the Geminis be messy too sometimes. I know. But like I say all the time, I do love Geminis and Leos. But y'all are some of my favorite signs. But let's see. Virgo, I don't know what you're doing, okay? Because I'm hearing something about, like, if you like to have fun with yourself or something like that, okay? Sorry if that's TMI, y'all, but it's a message. You need to make sure your door is locked. Make sure that nobody can hear you, okay? Because somebody may catch you, like, you know, okay? So let's see. Y'all know that, look, you could be drunk, okay? I'm telling you, make sure that y'all could be, you know, doing something freaky with yourself or somebody. It could be with somebody, okay? But I'm getting, like, self-pleasure, okay? You might be drunk, like, passed out. Make sure no one can hear you, okay? Or if you pass out, make sure that you cover yourself or something like that, okay? Let's see. We have strategic planning. Yeah, you need to think something through. Some of y'all, if you have a neighbor too, I don't know if you live in an apartment or something like that, you may be hearing, why is this coming out? You may be hearing somebody like, like against the headboard or some shit, okay? What the fuck? Who's having sex and you can hear it? Or you're having sex and other people can hear it, okay? So, let's see. Let's see, what's going on for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Yeah, I'm hearing Dej Loaf in my ear right now. Some of y'all may not be able to sleep. Why is this coming out for Virgos, okay? Either this is you or somebody else around you. Somebody's like, do you know what fucking time it is? Okay, let's see. Whoa. Yeah, you know everybody's business because you can hear them. You can hear them. You can you can see them. It could be whoa. It could be somebody like, you know, you can see through their window. You know exactly that, you know, John and Mary across the way are fighting today. So are you spying on your neighbors, Virgo? Are you spying on your neighbors? You could just hear them. You can't like ignore it, okay? Okay, let's see. Or this is happening to you. You might want to close your blinds or something like that, okay? Yeah, this, okay. What's going on for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Some of y'all could live in the South, don't have to. I feel like this is something you know. We have unexpected reverse. It came out reverse. Yeah, drama starter. So are you hearing neighbors fight or are you the neighbors fighting? You tell me, okay? Because we got drama starter. We got 2 drama cards right here. You see? Drama and drama. So who you dealing with, or who's this person dealing with? I feel like you're hearing the neighbors fight and then fuck and then fight. Like you hear it all. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Anything else coming out for Virgos in the next 48? Okay. Could be somebody who is in the streets. We have gang here. Violence. Oh, hopefully it's not a domestic situation. I hope that's not y'all. Because that sounds toxic, right? I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation like that where one day, or not one day, but one moment you're with your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you're arguing, and then you start having sex, and then you argue again because y'all aren't really supposed to be together. And then, you know, the neighbors are like, is everything okay over there? And you're like, shut the fuck up. You know, so it's, I feel like something like that's going on here, okay? Somebody may need to call the police, okay? Hopefully it's not that bad, but it's like a toxic couple. You can hear them or they can hear you, okay? Let's see. They're not going to break up. Unfinished business. They're not going to break up. So even if you do call the police, okay, if you're the outsider or the bystander, they're not going to break up. And you can't do much else, you know, at that point, right? You can advise them to leave. Yeah. Somebody may be like, I'm running away. And then they go back to that person. Okay. I see it all the time. Scarcity tactics. Strength. Somebody could be a Leo. What the fuck? Let's see. This is like in the middle of the night, Virgos. You're gonna hear a couple fighting and then make up, and it's like a repeat thing. I feel like you already know this happened, so it could be happening again. You might hear this again, okay? Anything else? Yeah, emergency. It's like you might be wondering, you might be sitting in bed like, do they need help? Does she need help? You know? Isn't it domestic violence awareness month? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So, you know, it's a tough decision sometimes, because sometimes when you try to step in situations like that, right, then you could get hurt, you might get shot, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when trying to be a savior, okay? That's what I'm saying, like, you might need to call the police if you're really that concerned, okay, about somebody's well-being, okay? Let's see. Yeah, we have soldier. Anything else for Virgo? But they're going to get back together, so I don't know. I'm not saying you shouldn't do anything, but this is like somebody or a couple who's going to get back together anyways, okay? I don't know. Like I said, if you know, you know, if you've ever been in that type of situation, and I feel like you might be the bystander, but some of y'all could be the ones who are in that situation, okay? Leave, please. Please leave. It's not going to get better, okay? So I'm hearing that song, Follow You by Bring Me the Horizon, okay? It's like y'all don't want to separate. Are y'all like Bonnie and Clyde? Crazy as fuck, okay? Diddy and Cassie, that's y'all, okay? Y'all some crazy people, Virgos. All right, let's see. Let's go to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Watch for your placements, okay? Like the video if you're in here. Cash App Live will be tonight at 9. I'm going to mush it. I'm going to mush it back. I'm going to move it back to 9:30, okay? Let's see. Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Some of y'all could be dealing with the Leo. You might have that in your chart. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Some of y'all could be reaching some sort of financial goal, Libra placements, okay, in the next 48. Or you could be trying to figure out what you need to do in order to meet some sort of financial goal. Don't shake hands with nobody, Libra, okay? I don't know if you're like meeting people or whatever. You need to don't touch them, okay? Somebody may like want to like get up close to you, okay, in the next 48, and you're like, you know, and if you're like, for a reason, like, bitch, ew, who are you, okay, man or woman, there's a reason why you don't want to touch them, okay? Like somebody may be trying to be in your face, and you're like, get away from me, stop, okay? So trust your intuition when it comes to like, are y'all those types of people where that sounds like, it sounds mean, but I feel like you're right, Libra. Like you could tell when somebody's dusty, okay? You may see a dusty around you, okay? Or somebody who looks dusty, and you're like, bitch, don't touch me. you probably have something, and you're right. Okay, let's see. So if somebody is trying to approach you, get close to you, back up. Make sure you say it out loud, okay? Don't try to be like nice, you know, because Libras sometimes have a hard time saying no. You know, they're like, yeah, totally touch me with your dirty ass hands. Ew, you know, and inside they're crying. Okay, so make sure you speak up for yourself, Libra, okay? Especially if you're out and about. I don't know where you're going to be in the next 48, but don't allow people to touch you, okay? Or you need to have a boundary, set boundaries with people, okay? This could be your child, okay? Some of y'all could have kids who just are like, oh, yay. You know, and it's like, stop touching everything. Okay, so I don't know, bring wipes with you or something like that. You could, I don't know where you're going, Libra, but you might have to bring sanitizer or something like that with you. There's nothing wrong with that. People out here are nasty, okay? Some of y'all could be going to a park or some sort of like amusement park, because we got the park over here. So some of y'all are going to some sort of park. Let's see. Obsessive. Some of y'all could have an obsessive lover who's a cheater around you. That's always fun, right? No, I'm kidding. Somebody who wants to be obsessed with you, Libra, but they also want to cheat, or they want to step out. They want to have multiple lovers, you know. Somebody like that could be attached to you, okay? So do what you want with that information. Let's see. Yeah, private relationship. You could be dealing with somebody, Libra, and it's like they want you all to themselves, but what the fuck? This could be somebody with a leadership position, okay? We have leadership skills. It's like they want you to ignore the fact that they have other people around them. Like they have other lovers, man or woman. They have other lovers, other options, but they want you to stay put. They want you to stay still, okay? Yeah, because they're going to watch you. It's like somebody's, you have like a weird stalker, Libra. You got a weird stalker who wants you to be obsessed with them and only them, but they're going to go out here and cheat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyways, let's see. What else is going on for Libras next 48? Cock blocking. This person would be the type to, you know, prevent you from trying to meet other people, but it's like, bitch, you're doing that. What do you mean? What do you mean? You got Sarah, Jess, and Molly, and Casey, and da-da-da-da, Marie, Mary. You got all these other hoes, but you want me to stay still? Okay. No, okay? You need to tell that person, no. You're not going to sit still while they go be a hoe, okay? Absolutely not. You're going to be finding out about this, Libra placements. And Libra, I'm not going to lie. Some of y'all, that could be you. That could be you, okay? Especially if you're a Libra man, you're probably a whore. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, okay? But Libra men, y'all love everything. Y'all love everybody. You know, you're like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. If you're a Libra man, you're like, I don't discriminate. You're right. And it's becoming a problem, okay? Some of y'all, if you're dealing with a Libra man, or if you're cross-watching, if you're dealing with a Libra man, be careful. I'm just saying, I'm telling you right now. He's very friendly. He doesn't know how to say no, okay? Look, it could be a September Libra. So y'all could be dealing with a Libra or a Virgo placement, okay? So it could be a Libra and a Libra, but maybe you're an October Libra or a September Libra or vice versa, okay? Let's see. This could be somebody you met at the end of summer. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, look, boundaries, okay? I told you. Somebody has no boundaries. You need to know when to put up boundaries, though, Libra, okay? Somebody's going to make you feel or try to make you feel insecure. Or this person could be insecure, and that could be why they, you know, try to have all these hoes or need a bunch of attention, okay? They could have Leo placements. Oh, yeah, I did say that at the beginning of the reading because we do have August, so... But just know, man or woman, somebody who needs hoes all the time, it's not a flex, okay? Especially as you get older. If you're over the age of, I want to say even like 28, why do you have a bunch of hoes as a man? You're dirty. Look, dirty offer, Libra. Watch who you let touch you, okay? I'm telling you right now, okay? You need to drop whoever you're dealing with, okay? Because that person is, they think it's a flex or something. They think it's cool to have hoes while they want you to stay put. This person's got it all twisted, okay? I don't know. Someone could be listening to Post Malone. Let's see. Absolutely the fuck not. It's like a community dick wanting you to just be Solitude Sally. I don't know. Like somebody's delusional about what they want you to do and not do, okay? Let's see. And I feel like you... Let me try to exit out and then go back in. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Okay, yeah, it's back now. Shit. Dang it. Oh my god. Let me see. Oh. Wait. Oh, it skipped the whole Scorpio portion. No. Oh no. Okay. That's okay. Fuck Scorpio. I'm just kidding. But okay, well, I'll summarize it for Scorpio. The channel song that I got for you, Scorpio, is Funny How by Kevin Gates, okay? Some of y'all could be dealing with an Aquarius. But I was getting that somebody who made you feel like you weren't shit, somebody who made you feel like you were ugly, okay? Hopefully they didn't actually say that to you. Somebody who tried to make you feel like you were too fat, too skinny, too this, too that. Oh my God, ew, the Scorpio. Somebody who also didn't have it. You know, they weren't even on your level stability wise, you know what I'm saying? Like this could have been somebody who lived in the ghetto. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Just to clarify, nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to be out here trying to make other people feel like shit, you better have your whole shit together, okay? Because this is somebody who, I feel like, Scorpio, they tried to make you feel like you weren't good enough, and they didn't even have the stuff, okay? They didn't even have the stuff that they would need to be in an actual commitment with you. So I feel like you didn't even take this person that serious, but the fact that they tried to go out of their way to hurt you and make you feel like you were less than, that's the crazy part. That's the trifling part, okay? So somebody like that could be trying to, you know, come back around or be having regrets because you're glowing up or you're doing better in life, okay, without them. That's basically what I got, okay? Somebody who was trying to play in your face. But yeah, let's go to Sagittarius because I need to get going, okay? But that's a summary of the Scorpio reading. Do not take anybody back who was trying to make you feel like you weren't good enough, okay? Let me make sure this is is good. You can hear me? Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. All right, thank you for letting me know though. Because y'all know I do not like when it messes up like that. All right, Sagittarius, let's do your reading. Some of y'all, somebody can't leave you alone, Sagittarius, okay? Or you can't leave somebody alone. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta switch the earbud. It keeps falling out my damn ear. Okay. I told y'all today's been like, are you kidding me? The whole day. It's not even halfway over, or is it? Anyways, let's see. Okay. Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. Let's see. Sagittarius. Wait, did I already use this one? Damn it. Okay, hold on. I have like 12 decks and I still somehow keep using some of the same ones. That's why I bring them all out here. Okay. Sagittarius. I think we already used this one too, but it's okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. Whoa. Some of y'all could be meeting up with somebody, okay, in the next 48 hours. You may be tempted to meet up with somebody, Sagittarius, in the next 48. Let's see. Yeah, do your research, okay? What's the coffin card here? The hell? What's the coffin card? Drugs. I don't want to say that, but some of y'all could be finding out that somebody, you know, passed away. Breakup, separation, walking away. Oh my god. You could find this out while somebody, like you're meeting up with somebody. What the heck? Who is this? Oh. What's going on, Sagittarius? Let's see. Some of y'all could be from the south, okay? Don't have to be. Some of y'all, you could be hearing about somebody's passing. Or there may be information about somebody's passing, okay? That you're going to be getting more information on, okay? I'm hearing, setting the record straight. Maybe there's not, somebody doesn't have all the information yet. What the fuck? Roof. I don't want to say that. But if somebody did or does pass away in the next 48 Sagittarius placements, this is somebody who was like not a good person. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just heard like they're a dog. Like somebody was a dog, a snake. They always snaked out people. I'm not saying that anybody should pass away, okay? But like this is literally you finding out, oh my god, so and so passed away. Damn. Damn. Damn, dude, that sucks. And everybody's like, yeah, he was a piece of shit. Or they were a piece of shit. Like, I don't want to say that, but somebody, it's like somebody who was a toxic ass person, okay? Okay, let's see. What else for Sagittarius? Next 48. So I don't think you would necessarily care too much. I don't think it's somebody that you were super close to. But it's somebody that you know was like real fucking crazy, okay? Yeah, lost soul. Ooh. Somebody, like I said, RIP to anybody, but whoever is passing away or whoever you find out like is no longer here, this is literally somebody who they were a lost soul. They were a lost person, you know, like they weren't the best person, okay? You could have dated this person in the past, Sagittarius, okay? Like, this could be somebody that you used to date, to be honest. Yeah, this is like a lot of gossip going around about somebody. Why do my nose keep itching? Let's see. I don't want to say that. Because the way this is coming out is not... It's like kind of... It sounds disrespectful, but like I said, some of y'all may feel like... At least he's not terrorizing people anymore. Or at least they're not terrorizing people anymore. You know, it's that type of thing. Like, picture somebody who made your life a living hell. And then you find out they passed away. Like, would you, like, that's a real question. Like, would you care? Would you care? Would you be like, oh, boo-hoo? Or would you be like, well, thank God they can't do it to anybody else? I don't know. Maybe they caused you some type of crazy trauma, Sag. Like, I'm telling you, like, this person was not a good person. Especially not to you. Yeah, fireman. Oof. Could be somebody very religious. Doesn't have to be. It's like this person never learned. They never learned. They never learned their lesson. So it kind of reminded me of like a jailbird. Yeah, apology. Unworthy. Yeah, fed up. Over it. I don't think you care. That's you have a right to feel however you want to feel, Sag. Okay, Sag placements. This is, like I said, this is somebody who traumatized you or was just not a good person. So if you hear about somebody's passing, you're going to be like, oh shit, damn, that's crazy, bro. They did fuck up a lot of shit in people's lives, though. You know, they did do a lot of fucked up shit in this world, okay? So, I don't know. You don't have to mourn anybody's death if you don't want to, is what I'm saying. Especially if they really were a bad person. It's like, I'm not saying this is for all y'all, but this is like you finding out that your ex-abuser passes away. Would you really be sad? Like, come on now. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, that's a dark message. Okay. Anyways, let's see. It could be your... Ooh. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Whoever this person is, Sagittarius placements, they could have done drugs. Like, this could be somebody who was always doing, I'm telling you, like, reckless ass shit. This is giving, oh my God, I grew up with, oh, I was going to use that as a channel message earlier. Not exactly this, but you could be like, oh my God, I grew up with da-da-da, and they turned out to be da-da-da-da-da, you know, not a good person. This is like you figuring out that somebody ended up on drugs, you know, the local crackhead, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that used to be your homie in elementary school, and they pass away or something like that, and you're like, what? No fucking way. But they did do a lot of crazy shit. I hope that makes sense. Okay. But I was gonna say, some of y'all may be channel message for everybody. Some of y'all may be seeing people who you used to like go to school with, you know, and you're like, oh, John grew up to be a scientist, you know, Mary grew up to be a nurse, Jessica grew up to be a school teacher, James grew up to be an asshole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like analyzing, oh wow, it's crazy to think what people become in life, right? Especially when you have known them since you were younger. Okay, so you could be like, damn, I didn't think they would turn out like that. Okay, or somebody, you know, Sagittarius, they could be thinking that about you. Okay, whether it's good or bad. Okay, it could be good or bad, but either people are saying that about you, like, damn, I never would have thought the Sagittarius would be like that now, you know, they were such a good kid, or they are such a good kid, or maybe you weren't the best person growing up and now you're like a stand-up citizen. Okay, it's something like that going on here, okay, for you guys. So it also, it doesn't have to be an actual death, okay? For some of y'all, this could also be like a death of the old you, or the death of somebody and who they used to be, okay? Because I don't want to talk about death, but that could be a metaphor for some of y'all. Like, maybe somebody's completely letting go of a certain lifestyle they used to live, okay? I've done that a handful of times, you know what I'm saying? The old me would have never pictured me doing what I am right now. It's good, though. It's good, but the old me, like, people have no idea, you know what I'm saying? So, it's something like that, okay? We have supersize me, doing too much, excessive overindulgence, yeah. So somebody could have had, like, overindulgence tendencies, habits, things like that, okay? Let's see. Yeah, receipts, guilty as charged. It's like, I don't know. You got to flip it how you need to, but either somebody was a good person and they turned out to not be the best person, or vice versa. Could be somebody's birthday, okay? I'm hearing it's your birthday, bitch. Yes, ninja. Picture the kid who was like always in like the good shit in school. He was on the honor roll. He or she, you know, was in the chess club. They did a bunch of environmental stuff. And then, you know, they get locked up left and right as an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that, okay? You could be looking at old pictures of who you used to go to school with, looking people up, something like that, okay? Some of y'all could be catching up with somebody that you used to go to school with or something like that and talking about stuff like this, okay? Like, did you hear? Did you hear about da-da-da-da? I know, dude. He got charged with 15 guns in his trunk. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that, okay? Let's see. Anything else? Whoa. Sagittarius. Some of y'all could be exercising, okay, in the next 48. Make sure that someone's not trying to flex on you and they don't even have it like that. I talked about that in the Scorpio reading. So some of y'all could be Scorpio placements, okay? Make sure that somebody's not trying to act like, you know, they got something when they don't. That's not even who they really are. So get to know people, Sag. If somebody is inviting you over to their house, especially if it's like your first time meeting them or something, Sagittarius placements, they may have a nice house, but, you know, make sure that it's theirs. Okay, I don't know why I want to say that. Make sure that somebody's house is theirs. Maybe their mom or aunt's not home right now. You know what I'm saying? You may think, oh my God, they have this or that, or their house looks so nice. Their car looks so nice, and that's their baby mama's car, or that's their aunt's car, that's their mom's car. They just, you know, were able to use it for the day, okay? Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying, get to know people, okay? Because you may think, oh my God, people do a good job at making things look like better than they are in real life, you know? Like a lot of influencers do that too, you know? You see influencers with like thousands and thousands of subscribers or, you know, followers, whatever. And then you don't know that behind the scenes, they're renting stuff, you know, it's not actually theirs, or, you know, that's not their house. It's an Airbnb. They just took some nice ass pictures and posted them online. And you think that's their lifestyle. It was for a week or a couple days or the day, you know? I feel like somebody's like fake flexing on you, or what you feel like somebody may have, that's not really theirs. Okay? They might have only $70 to their name, but because their profile looks good. So I don't know, y'all could be scrolling on doesn't have to be dating profiles, but you could be looking at Facebook, Instagram, you know, you're like, wow, looks like they really got it together. No, like I said, people can make things look really good when they're not. And sometimes, I've told you guys this before, people with true wealth, they don't always go around here looking like, you know, dripped out and everything, okay, expensive. So don't underestimate people is also what I want to say. So what you may feel like, oh, what do you have? What can you offer me? The world. The world. Okay? What can you do for me? You look like a bum. That bum he has millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who looks regular as fuck. So don't judge people. You should use your discernment, but don't judge people right away, you know, and always treat people with respect until they prove otherwise, that they, you know, maybe you shouldn't be as nice to them. But I hope that makes sense. Because you never know. You never know who has what. And it's not even like a user thing. It's like, stop acting like people are what they dress like, okay? I don't know. That could be a message for somebody. I've seen men who will be dripped out in $700 shoes, $800 shirt, take a couple pics next to, you know, some random nice-ass sports car they found in the Walmart parking lot, and they put that on their profile as if it's theirs. That's not who they are, okay? You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Okay, don't get bamboozled, okay? Make sure you get to know people. You could be materialistic, but don't be surprised when you meet somebody and they're like, yeah, I gotta return this car today to Enterprise. It's only mine for today. I only had $50 to spare, you know, to pick you up and take you on this Burger King date, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, okay? Let's go to Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn, you could be feeling like a zombie, okay? Hopefully not. Something may be in your head, Capricorn placements. Let's see, we're almost done. Whoa. Okay, look, fear and they fucked up. Or knowing they fucked up. Why are you in your head, Capricorn? Knocked up. Don't get pregnant, okay? What's this about? Yeah, y'all are like not at peace. You're whatever the opposite of peace is. Turmoil, stress, unhappiness. In the next 48. Why are you feeling this way? Let's see. Hospital. I told y'all. Some of y'all need help. Okay? Like up here help. Mental help. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Or you need to walk away from certain things that are causing you to feel this way. Okay? Yeah, you're wasting your time if you stay around somebody or a situation. It could be an environment that's making you feel anxious, scared for some reason, unhappy, uneasy. Okay. You have recording. Something could be on tape or recorded, or you need to get some sort of evidence, okay, before you walk away or something like that. Some of y'all could be making sure to write something down, document something. Yeah, look, lawyer, okay? You could be dealing with a lawyer or a court case or something like that. So yes, you do need to document everything. Or somebody could be trying to say something's in your head and it's not. Yeah, so make sure you get evidence, okay? Who did I talk about that for? I think it was Cancer yesterday. I think I did a Cancer. Oh, no, it was the individual sign where I was talking about. So some of y'all Capricorns, there could be a Cancer involved in your situation or somebody with Cancer placements, okay? Or you might want to go watch the Cancer reading that I just did for the next 48 yesterday, okay? Because I did the individual signs. But I was talking about a court case in that situation, like who's right, who's wrong. So yes, document everything, okay? Don't ever feel like, oh, I don't want to say that. But if you are in trouble, Cancer or Capricorn placements, yes, document everything. There's nothing wrong with recording, because if you've ever been in a situation where people just don't believe you because, oh, you don't have evidence, that shit really could have happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Or that shit really did happen, but because you didn't pull out your phone or record something or screenshot something, now it doesn't matter to the court. You know what I'm saying? Or now it doesn't matter to the public or whoever you're trying to tell, because they're like, oh, you don't have evidence, so it didn't really happen. You know how they say proof or it didn't happen, okay? Especially if you're dealing with a legal situation, okay? Cameras, documentation, screenshots, keep it all, okay? If you know, you know. Because sometimes people literally, especially when it comes to legal situations, they don't give a shit if you don't have actual proof. And sometimes even when you do have proof, they still don't give a shit. Okay, look, spy. I told you. Look, there needs to be some sort of evidence, or you need to find some sort of tape, clip, whatever the case is, okay? Because this is like some, I don't know, it sounds like a legal situation. In the next 48 hours, you need to make sure that you have everything you need so that you can, I'm hearing enlighten people. Like, people are not going to believe you unless you have proof. And sadly, that's how it is a lot of times these days. Okay? Especially if you're a woman. And I know everything is situational, right? So not every situation, you can't just be like, oh, let me pull out my phone. Like, sometimes people are not thinking about that right in the moment, okay? But if you can, do it, okay? Let's see. Capricorn, anything else? Yeah, scarcity tactics. Scarcity tactics. Okay, it's reversed. So if somebody's trying to scare you, you have proof, okay? Like, to go against whatever they're trying to convince everybody else of, okay? So I feel like this is a court case or something that could become a case. Somebody's name could be KC, okay? But something's on tape, or you have something, some sort of evidence, okay? That you can use. You can use that in court, okay? Let's do Aquarius, okay? Let's go to Aquarius. We're almost done. What are we at? What's 107 minutes? This is gonna be like damn near 2 hours. Okay. Oh, let me see. Aquarius. Some of y'all could be local artists, okay? And that could be, you know, you could be a rapper, you could be a singer, woman, or man or woman, okay? Watch for your placements. But some of y'all could be, you could have a friend, you know, who's like, hey, listen to this shit, okay? Because I'm hearing my I know him personally. He's an artist. So he's an Aries, but he's an artist. And I actually like his music. His music's good. Like, he's been played on the radio and stuff and everything like that. So you could have somebody around you. And I actually met them through, because they had their group or whatever. I met them through when I was a line cook for 6 years. So I worked at many brew pubs and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, in the kitchen with all the guys and shit. So I met a lot of people, right? And they were playing this song one day. I was like, what is this? Like, who is this? And they're like, this is da-da-da, you know? And they're like, and then I looked him up and I saw like, oh, the motherfucker lives right next in the next town to me. I'm like, oh shit. So it's some, you know, could be a local rapper or somebody, you know, somebody may blow up, okay? Like from your hometown, okay? Something like that. You could be blown up when it comes to your, like, whatever you do. It could be, I feel like it's music. There's some sort of music or artistry, okay? Man or woman. You can make music and it might be getting, you know, the recognition. I don't know why I just sucked my teeth like that. Somebody may be like, yeah, okay, Aquarius. If you're getting a recognition, okay, watch for your placements. Like your songs be playing in the club now. Your songs are being played worldwide or something like that. You might hear your own song in the club, Aquarius. I don't know who's watching, but clearly you got some sort of status coming your way, okay? You making it, you're gonna make it. Yeah, mountain, okay? Some of y'all could be from, what is it, Colorado, Arizona, something like that, okay? Let's see. Yeah, casino. Some of y'all could be going to the casino in the next 48, okay? People gonna be looking you up, okay? Let's see. Yeah, income diversification. So yeah, this is like literally you having a regular job, right? And then you make music on the side, Aqua. Or you act on the side. You could be an actress, actor, you know. You do something that other people are gonna be getting, I'm hearing word of. Oh, excuse me. So you have multiple ways of making money, okay? Or you guys could work in some sort of industry, okay? Something like that. I'm hearing producer. Somebody could be a producer. Let's see. Yeah, positive workplace. Things are taking off or something's taking off. It could be a family member, okay? Is somebody like in the spotlight taking off or being blown up? I'm hearing worldwide, okay? Yeah, look, travel worldwide. Okay, period. Let's see, anything else? But be careful of your past. I think I talked about that in the Sagittarius reading recently. I called it resist your hometown, okay? So some of y'all could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This could be a Sagittarius who is blown up, okay? Getting this recognition. You, especially if you're like close to the Sagittarius, okay? It could be a family member. We have family here. So if you're related to somebody who's blown up, yeah, there's some sort of protection. You gotta watch, you know what I'm talking about? Like, as you blow up in the industry, you got to be careful, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be from Carolina. It's going to happen fast, y'all. Ooh. Oh. I thought that couple was walking behind me. It's my neighbor. My nosy ass neighbor, y'all. Some of y'all could have nosy ass neighbors. But we have proposal, okay? So somebody could be offering you love as well in the next 48, or you could be offering somebody love in the next 48, okay? And I say nosy neighbor because my neighbor who just walked by across the street, when they first moved here a couple years ago, I was in my car just chilling after work, right? Like right here. And I'm on my phone. This bitch, and I guess my lights were still on, like, so I'm in my fucking car, bitch. And she like comes up, knocks on my window, like she comes into our driveway. Like I think that's weird. I think that's very weird, y'all. Because I was minding my business. I was on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is our house, our driveway, okay? And she came up from across the street into our driveway. And this is no apartment. This is a fucking house. You know what I'm saying? For her to come over and be like, on my fucking window, she's like, oh, I didn't know if you lived here. What do you think, bitch? You just moved here. Get the fuck out of my face, okay? I don't know. Aquarius, you could have a weird-ass neighbor, okay? Make sure you may not like your neighbor because you're like, yeah, I fucking live here. It's like, I feel like this is something about a house, okay? You could live in a house now or something like that. And whoever this is, it's like, can you mind your business? Like, and also, I don't know, Aqua, you could be that person. Hopefully not. I don't think an Aquarius would really do that, like bother other people, because y'all usually understand personal space and shit. But maybe not, okay? Maybe some of y'all are like, hello, do you live here? Are y'all the Karens? Or you could be dealing with the Karen, okay? Aquarius in the next 48, man or woman. It could be a male Karen too, okay? Something like that. Because that like re-pissed me off. That low-key like re-pissed me off. I'm like, bitch, why would you come up here like that? Leave me alone. I don't like to be bothered when I don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she came up here like that into our property is crazy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, laboratory. Okay, somebody's like overly curious about what you got going on, Aqua. Could be a Virgo. Let's see. Anything else for Aqua? Yeah, betrayal. What's this betrayal here? Emotional intelligence. If you find out that somebody's, yeah, this is your energy. If you find out that somebody's betraying you, it's because you're intuitive. Or you just intuitively knew. And I feel like you're right. Okay. Oh my God. I literally just heard, you are not gang. Please do not enter. Do not enter. We have doctor here. Some of y'all could be going to the doctor. Like, yeah, Aqua. If you got people trying to be up on your property or something like that, I don't know where you live or whatever, but they don't belong there. Like, they're not allowed to be here. I don't know if you got a lot of space or something like that in your yard or whatever, but no, you don't know them. They cannot be here, okay? Or you could be telling somebody like that, like in your house, or who's trying to, can I invite Darda over? No. Well, who are they? I don't know them. Okay, so you could be like, I don't know them. No, they cannot come over here, okay? That's one thing. When I get like an official like house of my own and shit, I'm already like that. Do not come into my space if I don't know you like that. No, no. I'm not one of those houses where it's just like, yeah, everybody knows my address. You can pull up whenever you want. No, 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 no. I'm never going to have that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. That's how people get robbed. That's how people, you know, end up in crazy situations. Crazy people start knowing your address and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck do you know where I live? You might be asking somebody like that, like, how did you even get here? How do you know where I live? Who brought you here? And then you got a question like, okay, if they tell you who brought them there or who gave them your address, be careful who you give all your information to, Aqua. Placements, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Because this is like somebody who is just, yeah, I'll tell you where Joe Schmo lives. I'll tell you where they work. And it's like, I didn't want you to do that. So you need to be careful, like, with who you trust with your address and stuff like that, okay? Watch for your placements and stuff, but, yeah, so, because that would piss me clean the fuck off if somebody gave out my information. People have done that to me, and bitch. Bitch. My neighbor did that to me once. Not once, multiple times. I still don't fuck with that bitch, okay? Giving my number and shit out to random strangers the way she was. She should be in jail. Not gonna lie. She should be in jail. She should be in fucking jail. Okay? I don't know. Some of y'all could be taking legal action. Like, get the fuck away from my property. Get away from my house. You cannot come here. You cannot invite people here like that. Okay? I don't play about that shit. Anyways. Where's this damn thing? Hold on. Okay. Pisces. Some of y'all could be listening to Rod Wave Pisces, okay? You don't have to be. Let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with the Virgo. Let's see. Last sign, y'all. Finally, I know. At least it's not hot out. Because if it was, I would be rushing to get the fuck in the house. Okay. Some of y'all could be going to the casino too. Okay, you could have Aqua in your chart. Let's see. Oh, some of y'all have gambling habits or you have addictions, okay, Pisces. Just because you get a little money, okay, just because you get a little 10 bucks doesn't mean you have to go buy a bottle. I'm just saying, okay. But you do what you want, Pisces, okay. It's not the first time I picked up on Pisces and their addictions, okay? That's a Pisces thing. Y'all got habits, okay? Every Pisces placement I've ever met has an addictive personality, okay? And if you're meeting somebody Pisces who also is a Pisces or a Pisces placement, y'all may be doing some shit like that together, okay? We have bench. Could be outside, okay? You know, and I don't judge like that too much unless it starts to negatively affect my life and me and my energy. But like I said, I don't judge. I've had friends of all sorts, right? So I've had friends who, you know, I'll talk to the homeless man on the street if he's nice, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll say hello, you know, might bring him something some days. I've done that before too, you know what I'm saying? And I have people who are like real deal, you know, up there in society. They got, sorry, I just noticed this thing is like falling down. Okay, but I've noticed that I have friends of all sorts is what I'm saying, of all statuses, okay? So Pisces, I don't know, maybe you have friends of all types, okay? But you may have addictions and things like that. And just know that even if you have friends who have like great careers, we have careerists, okay? If you got friends who are able to put you on, especially if you're like struggling, this is like a friend who's like, hey bro, I could get you in to this really good job, you know? They know you're struggling, right? They're your homeboy, homegirl, whatever. Don't sleep on some sort of opportunity is what I'm saying, okay? Or try not to. You want to get your life together, or do you want to keep sitting at the bench every Tuesday waiting for somebody to give you a $10 bill or something and then going to repeat your same addictive tendencies? I don't know. Somebody could have a life like that. You may have a life like that, okay? You have an opportunity, or you've had opportunities, Pisces, to change your life or to get a better job, you know, make more money. We have jackpot. It's like you got people around you, you got homeboys around you with good jobs. And you'd rather okay, you'd rather snort shit, okay, you'd rather drink, okay, you'd rather smoke and shit, and then you end up in the same place. And your homeboy's like, well, I offered you, you know, I offered you the job. I told you I could get you in. We're looking for people. They pay $25 an hour. In a few years, you could be up to 45. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's exactly the numbers, but you know what I'm saying? So Pisces, man or woman, I feel like you've had people who have literally given you opportunities, but you don't take them. Okay? And I understand, you know, people with addictions, it's different for everybody, but try not to reject certain opportunities, okay? Even if you don't maintain the job forever, at least you tried, okay? You got to get somewhere. You got to start somewhere, okay? Let's see. Let's see. Pisces, anything else for the next 48? Excuse me. Yeah, independent. You guys want to be independent, but you actually got to try. At the end of the day, Pisces placements, or whoever needs to hear that, you have to help yourself. Okay, we have self-discovery, spiritual, break out of bondage, embark journeys, okay? Independent, going your own way. You got to do it yourself. Yeah, we have elevator, it's reverse, okay? So, like I said, you could have been there. You could go there. You could do better for yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Because if you give up on yourself, you know, eventually, unfortunately, people are going to start giving up on you too. They're going to be like, well, the Pisces just doesn't want to do better, you know? So you're going to get left behind. That's the harsh truth. Even when it comes to love, okay? You could have a lover and they could have loved you down, right? And because you chose to live or stay in a certain type of lifestyle, you didn't want to do better for yourself, they couldn't love you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or not love you anymore, but they couldn't be around you, because you can love people from a distance, right? But sometimes it's not good for you to be around certain people, or for people to be around you if you're in that type of energy. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Don't wonder where everybody went when you chose to stay stuck. Okay. After a certain age, you have a choice. okay? You may feel like, oh my God, they cheated on me. They did this to me. They left me for somebody else. I'm not getting a cheating scenario, but we have love triangle, okay? I feel like some of y'all think somebody left you, or, you know, they just up and left you. No, they didn't. Maybe the drugs have been, you know, making you feel like they just up and left you. But when you do drugs and stuff like that, you don't always remember, you know, what you're doing. Sometimes you forget. Some people black out if they drink too much. Some people, their brains, you know, it starts to become mush, right? If you do too much of anything. Yeah, look, confusion. Okay, you see her or him? I don't know if that's a boy or girl, to be honest. Okay, but if you wonder why you can't reconcile with certain people that were trying to help you, trying to give you opportunities, you may feel like, oh, but I was gonna do this. Okay, but you didn't. It's tough love over here, okay? So I'm not being a bitch. I'm just saying the truth. I'm being real with y'all. When you choose to ignore certain things that you need to be doing in life, sometimes you got to learn your own karma, okay? And nobody else is going to come and save you. You have to save yourself, okay? Look, oop, it fell out, okay? We have being needy, and I was going to show you the savings plan, okay? You can only be needy for so long. Because I'm getting like you had chances, Pisces. Obviously, like I said all the time, things are situational. But you, in this situation, Pisces placements, you have a choice. You had choices, or you will in the next 48. If you choose to ignore the opportunity that is being presented to you, it's no longer going, like, that's on you. That's on you. Somebody could be offering you a ride. Like, even somebody could be saying, hey, if you accept this job, I could even drive you to work. I'll help you out. You don't got a car? I could drive you to work. You just got to get up at this time so we're not late. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that. Somebody trying to help you like that. And if you reject that offer, you're going to be stuck looking stupid, okay? In the same spot, on that bench, every Tuesday, okay? Looking for that 10 bucks, you know? And I've seen addicts in life, okay? I've had family members. My own birth mom was an addict. She is a Pisces, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, and she acts just like one. She's doing better than she was, but you know what I'm saying? I'm adopted for a reason. Okay, so some of y'all could be adopted. I don't know. Or if you got kids, you need to get it together for real, because you can't be out here. You're going to get your kids taken and shit. I was literally taken from my mom when I was 3.5 years old. She was on drugs. She woke up, me gone. You know what I'm saying? Felt like I was kidnapped low-key, but you know, so I don't know if you have kids or not, Pisces, but take the opportunities. Don't miss out on things that you want for yourself, just because, I don't know, I don't want to talk too much about addiction and stuff, because people like to say, oh, you don't know what addiction is like. Okay, you don't know my life either. You don't know who I've seen it all. Okay, I promise you. And the times I have, you know, finally walked away from people with addictions and stuff like that, they finally got their shit together. Okay, you can't coddle everybody. You can't coddle everybody. You can't, you know, stick around forever, because people will think, oh, they got me. They'll send me 10 bucks every week. You know, and that could be somebody around you, Pisces. Maybe you're not the addict, but maybe you have friends or family members who are always, you know, never doing better for themselves. And they want you, because you got money or something, you're doing good. You offered them opportunities. It could be vice versa, okay? Same shit. You got to make that choice whether to walk away or do better. Okay? Whatever side of the coin you're on. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Anyways, but that's what I got for you guys. Okay? Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm tired. I'm going to go take a nap. To be honest, this is like a 2-hour video. But the Cash App Live is going to be at 9:30 tonight, okay? I'm only live for basically 2.5 hours, but I'll go to 3 if you guys are still sending for them, okay? Information is it's already posted, so click notify me on the video so you don't miss it if you would like a personal reading, okay? But I'll timestamp everything so you guys don't have to listen to me talk 24/7, but that's what I got, okay? You guys have a great one. Thank you very much. And I will see y'all in a couple hours. I think, what time is it? 5:23? Yeah. I'm gonna set a timer. But thank you. Thank you guys for joining. You guys have a good one. I'm just pulling this back up because I want to see how it looks. Oh, Elena joined. Okay, period. I'm just now seeing your guys' comments. I didn't, because when it's up here, it like pops. It pops up it like flashes your comments, so I don't see it all of who's in here. But thank you guys for joining. I will see y'all in a couple hours. Bye.